time is deemed more significant than money in various aspects of life. My journey as a landlord to some extent has reinforced this idea. It's often a good idea to act on opportunities quickly rather than spend time deliberating as to whether a better deal may come up and just wait for that to happen, which it may never. This philosophy resonates with the advice of the UK's most successful plumber, who states that he has always made a decision in less than a minute, and he is now worth over £70 million. While I may not always adhere to such rapid decision making, I certainly appreciate the mindset behind it. Consider a case study of one of my investment properties. In 2016 it was priced at £207,000, despite common advice by property mentors, many of whom state that investing in new builds is not a good idea. The property was bought off plan and initially rented to students very quickly at £1,300 a month. The property's value gradually appreciated, reaching £300,000 by 2022. This demonstrates that an annual increase of well over £15,000 per year showcases the potential for capital growth in new build properties, which is contrary to prevailing scepticism. The property's strategic location adjacent to a major university fueled its demand, which underscores the significance of market dynamics. Of course, many other institutions are well aware of market dynamics, and the local university sought to cash in on this growing demand for student accommodation. The university readily expanded their own accommodation endeavours and gaining market share, and eventually taking it away from the landlords. As the property was well looked after and it was new, it was subsequently rented to families quite quickly, which demonstrates that you can change the tenant type for the property. And in the years since, it has never been vacant for any lengthy period of time. Although families pay lower rents than students, there are resultantly no rental voids, and in these periods the landlord has to cover bills and council tax. Student-based rentals also require the landlord to pay to fully furnish the house, and if a washing machine breaks down, for example, then the landlord should pay for its repair, which is another downside of renting out properties that are fully furnished. So when the property was rented to students, when factoring in expenses such as void periods, bills, maintenance and council tax, the net income from the property averaged around £1,000 per month, alongside the additional time investment in managing the tenant turnovers. Whereas when it was rented to families, it was rented out for £1,000 a month consistently. This has since increased, and families that rent often tend to stay. Their children start going to nearby schools, the area becomes familiar, and then in turn this further enhances the property's appeal. Families that rent often tend to stay for years, and if they are initially referenced well as tenants, then they are a reliable and consistent tenant type. Leveraging the property's appreciation through remortgaging has proven fruitful. Over the years, the property underwent multiple remortgages, with significant equity extracted in 2022, and this amounted to almost £30,000. This released capital was then reinvested, amplifying the potential for future growth of your property portfolio. The appreciation of this property highlights various factors contributing to its value escalation, including business investments in the area and infrastructural developments such as new connectivity hubs. Thus, while conventional wisdom may caution against new build investments, strategic decisions and market insights can lead to lucrative opportunities, which underscores the importance of timely action and astute financial management in property investment endeavours.